We're working off the standing guard pass. So we're going to start off with the foot and bicep. So Ian keeps his foot and bicep and he has the sleeve control. So like the spider guard mechanic. There's two things I want to make sure I don't do. Number one is I don't want to bring my weight over to get elevated. Right? And number two, I don't want to have my feet where my partner can back strip me as well. So first things first is what we're going to do is we're going to drive a compression. So I'll take my feet backwards. So instead of fighting me, I take my feet backwards and I compress. What I'm trying to do is try and push the knees to the chest as deep as I can. By default, I should be able to bring my hands over the top, so I should be able to start to disengage the feet off the biceps. So once I compress, step back, I should be able to start to disengage. This is the part that kind of is important about it, is this. I'm going to step, and I drop my left shoulder straight into my partner's stomach. So from here, I drop my left shoulder, and I'll back step. I have to back step to stop the re-roll. This is really important. It allows me to switch my hands without him driving into me. Second is, I'm not a cylinder anymore. if I'm a cylinder, it's easy for my partner to roll with me. Right, so from here, I want to keep my weight on my partner, but it's kind of like 60-40, so 60% of weight near my bottom and 40% of weight near my head. If it's the other way around, he can continue to roll and he can actually roll me over. Or on this side here, if he does try to kick his legs and roll, I have far better control and grip mechanic. So I kind of want to make almost my butt hitting the ground. And I want to make sure that I've got this control of the legs. So again, distance management first of all. So Ian has sleeve control, foot and bicep from here. So the part that I see people have issues with is they're trying to disengage the feet from here. So what I do first was I'll press in and I come back. So I'm now going, so I can do this one of two ways. I can either step or I can manipulate my partner. So if I push my right hand forward and pull the left hand, I've got this ability to turn, drop my shoulder into my partner and back step, making sure that I've got the control of the gi pants from here. We're just going to set. What I'm trying to do from here is just get the control to weather the storm because I know he's going to move. So I've got to make sure I don't get re-rolled and I've got to make sure I can't recover guard. So to stop the guard recovery, I can put my knee in from here as well. So if he does try to recover guard, my foot's on my knees on the ground, so there's no space for him to bring the knee back in. Would you like to say it one more time? Are you okay?
Yeah.
One more time? So from here, the distance management, number one, he says, what I see people try and do is they try and step backwards from here, but my partner's got a good grip, he's just going to come with me. So what I'm doing is distance, and I'm trying to push the knees forwards, shrug my shoulders in, step, turn the wheel of the bus, so create a landing platform, land, shoulder first, back step. Okay, when I'm ready, drop my knee down, so that way he can't recover guard. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Ian, do you mind standing up please, buddy? So I have the foot and bicep control, so the bicep runs by the guard, right? Anytime that my partner pushes my knees to my chest and their distance management isn't good, right? So what I mean by that is, what's happened is I've still got my feet up high and I've got my arms low. So as Ian tries to manipulate my legs, I still have the inside position. Does that make sense? Right. So we need to get our elbows over my feet. So we need to push the feet down to push them in. That number one. Right, so just going to turn to the side flexion. So we're playing foot and bicep, and Ian does the knee compression, but I keep my toes here over the arms. This is better for me because I still have the inside position. So what Ian has to try and do is he has to try and shrug his shoulders to get to the inside position. This is the number two part, the distance management, right? Is if I can shoot to trap. So this would be the mermaid sweep, which would be the number one thing I would do if I was using spider guard and they were in this. And all I do from here, very simple, is I take both of the hands to one side, I turn my knees to the opposite side. Timber, and it's very hard for them to stop it. So there's that distance management. The reason to jump back up is why this shouldn't work is that, so foot and bicep, Ian does the correct thing, he distance manages elbows, but see how he's dead in front? So that's better for me. So once he's off to the side, I'll find it very hard to get the mermaid sweep because I can only ever get access to the one leg. So even if I shoot it through, I still don't get the control. So we want to make sure that we're offside on this guard pass. Okay. Jump onto your back. Last one, really important, is if we think about, so foot and bicep control, number one is distance management. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push in and shrug. So this takes, so if you're trying to keep your feet onto my, I've got this ability to push them down and compress. Number two, from here. So anytime that I feel my partner try to shoot the guard, my right hand extends and my left hand pushes. So it's almost like I'm parrying past. And this means that there's no debris. So when I land, boom, I'm landing on my partner because I've cleared the debris, which is the knee. I don't want to go head first, so as I backstep, I've got to hold my partner in position. So I don't want to go to mount now because my partner can continue to roll to their left-hand side. If I try and step over, you know, like worst comes worst is they're going to get their guard back. Where if I kind of go back step here, no matter which way he rolls, I've got a much better control position. So the two micros, or the three micros, they're both, two of them are exactly the same, they have the same outcome. So from here, foot and bicep, here. Number one is I'm kind of doing two motions. That what I'm doing, first thing is distance manage, make sure you're on your toes, not your heels. I shrug and I push in. So I'm shrugging and pushing in, right from here. Number two is I step and I parry. So I'm pushing the leg past, I drop my shoulder in and I back step. Let's have another shot, you guys. 1, 2, 3. Mechanic on the pass is I have the foot and bicep from here, and once again in the compressor, shoulder shrugs from here. One of the habits that I see a lot of people do is it's not right or wrong, but they try to continue also, they try and drop the shoulder down onto my head, they try and roll towards my head. The downfall part sometimes is if I keep moving, you're going to roll straight off your partner, I get back exposure or sweep or whatever like that. The second thing that I see people do, which is, it's not wrong, but we can do it better, is they've got the shoulder control. And you think about, I want to move it so we're not just focusing on your bum. So the thing is, if they want to go to mount, so they pull their legs towards their legs. So as I pull, so my fault. Yeah, like that. The double, that was meant to take the sweep to mount. Because, feel familiar? Because that's kind of what I want to do. It's like I'm going to go with you, I'm not going to fight you, right? So what we want to do, we're in the position again to think about this way. So I've got the shoulder control, well here is, we want to instead start to push my knees away from me, away from you, and slide your bottom leg, which is your left leg, underneath first. Yeah, so I can't rescue and I can't drive push your hips now on the way. As you see me plant my feet to push, you simply step your right leg over and you should almost be able to trunk your legs to get the leg squeeze. So this makes it incredibly hard for me to be able to rescue anything. Now, you've got to feel the push, which is perfect because as I try to push from here, we're going to like just instantly spider up, and when you're ready, your shoulder's going to come around and you're going to go like a gift wrap on me. And you know, for a mount point of view, what's going to happen is, from our experience when we've done this, everyone's going to try and turn. I can't turn to my left because my arm's caught. Everyone's going to try and turn to the right, and this is a perfect opportunity to upgrade. Well, you can keep this because it's hard, is to upgrade and now start to go to the gift wrap or the upgrade and things like that. So this will be the position that once we start to kind of get to here, this opens up back takes, arm bars, choke, the whole variety of things. Or you can just sit on mat. You know, depending on what you want to do, you can cook them for mats as well. So the two netty no-nos from here is number one, don't re-roll. So don't throw the guard, land, and then give back exposure, you know, like, because this will, you know, give me the opportunity to at least be in the game. Number two, don't pull my legs towards you when we upgrade to mount. So from here, once you've done the shoulder control and here, don't pull my legs because I can use this to start to come up on top. So what we want to do, so they're back before, is start to turn my knees and my feet away, so I have back exposure, and now slide your knee underneath the bottom knee, not your top knee. So as I try and push, I'm almost pushing you onto the mat position. Now if you can, try your legs, keep your mouth, and then I go in a frame, and all you're doing is into spider, and you're going to get to the top position from here, head arm choke, gift wrap, whatever you want to do. Like I'm in such a compromised position. One of the only escapes that you're able to do from here is a kipping escape, but even that's extremely hard to do when she's over my knee line and weight's down nice and low. Okay. Ian, come here. Steve's got the control. So this way. Yep. Okay. Got the control from here. Compresses, make sure that he's got the inside position. Steps, toe end to pass, throws my leg, drops the shoulder straight in, boom, from here. And what happens is I start to get like the grip around the neck, like the crossface. So it's annoying. Right, it's annoying. And like a lot of time I'm trying to bridge and throw my partner over me. So what Steve's going to do instead is this: we're going to start to do a Michael Jackson moonwalk back towards my head instead, and take your head down. So you can start to do Michael Jackson moonwalk, which makes my grip rate pretty hard to hold. Now, most people are going to try and go belly down, but the way Steve's got my grips, I can't actually turn. So as I start to move, Steve's going to upgrade to right knee right on my side. So as I start to turn, he upgrades to right knee. So this throws his right knee, yep, right knee, yep.
That's your left. That's your left,
right knee.
Steve.
Right knee, onto it. Nice. And now as I push the side straight back onto mount. If you use your left knee, you don't get the upgrade to mount. And it seems like the left knee is an easier, but you don't get the upgrade. Does that kind of make sense? So we can just start in a position where we have the cross face from here. So, it's really like this. So if you think about it this way, this hand is the issue. Right. So this hand is the issue. So as I'm trying to pull you backwards, you start to Homer Jackson, Homer Simpson. I mean, what was your grip rate from here? Now, because you've got the control, they're going to generally try and turn, but you're exposed, so you've got to go right knee. And now, your right knee can slide straight over and work back onto the mount position again. The issue is you've got to kind of Homer Jackson, Homer Simpson, moonwalk past my hip line. That's because you've got to get your knee to, so people kind of get halfway in that grip break, but they're still there, so I've got the ability to bring my knee through. So in this position, the hardest part is, like when Steve's got the grips, is as he moonwalks, he's got to be able to see hip exposure. So he's got to be able to see hip exposure. And as I try and turn, now we can control, so you're always going to beat my knee line, which means it's easier for you to upgrade. They're generally going to turn and push, but it's going straight to mount, and you've got the ability to upgrade to gift wrap, whatever you want to do from the armbar gift wrap. But it's one of those ones I see people try and fight the crossface. You're much better off just moonwalking, going dead flat, and going through. Even if you do go to the cylinder position, because their shoulders are pinned to the ground, it's hard for them to roll you over because your shoulders are pinned, or my shoulders are pinned to the ground. Okay, thank you, Steve. Okay. Well, here Steve's got the control, and just as something compressed, he gets a better position than me. As this starts to come around the side, what happens is I start to frame up. So even if Steve tries to drop his shoulder into me, I've got this frame system, which makes this really hard to do. So what we're going to do instead is this: we're going to punch both of our hands to the ground to Steve's left-hand side. And we're going to walk our legs around to the right-hand side. Pass the the opposite way. So anytime that you're met with roadblocks or obstacles or debris, we pin the legs. So we've got the compression inside, and I'm here fighting, and I've realised, so I'll put my frame system up. You can fight the frame system, but the downfall about it is anytime that you let go of my legs, I'm going to bring my legs back into play. So you want to pin them to the ground. And now, once we're here, if you turn your head towards my hands and walk to your right, that's going to give you the inside position of my arm as well. Which means that my frame system's null and void because it's on the wrong side now. So just that little head turn will give you a huge benefit, so you're not fighting my frame again. So one more time, exactly the same thing. So Steve gets inside position, compresses, I let go of frame. So number one is pin the legs to the ground. So that means my number one asset and my ability to move is gone. Head so that because you keep your head on this on the other side, I can frame and keep you there. So simply by rolling your head, I'm on the wrong side and start to walk. And up to you guys can go to knee ride, you can drop it. You know, there's a whole pile of options from you, whatever, however you want to finish off that pass system. But make sure you pin the legs and don't let go of the legs till you've actually passed the guarda. Okay, quick run, guys. 1, 2, 3, go.